You know those people that the first time you see them, you're carrying your baby and then you meet them, the first thing they say, oh, there's cold, you should have worn him socks. Oh, why are you wearing him this type of clothes? Okay, when you want to breastfeed him, try it like this, do it like that. Seriously, what's wrong with some people? What's wrong with some people? The simple how are you doing, how is your baby is just fine. But somehow, I don't know whether it's a Nigerian thing or it extends to everybody, maybe the whole world generally, but we just feel this urge to dish unsolicited advice to mothers, and why is that? And no one actually prepares you for it. Nobody tells you the amount of unsolicited advice you have to deal with when you have a baby. It can be very, very annoying. And I want us to talk about several things that nobody really tells you about before you become a mom. Like, you just find yourself in it, like someone that was dropped inside the swimming pool, and then you have to swim and fight for survival and just, fight for your own life. Okay, be right there, stay with me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Rita. This is my channel, Young Nigerian Mom, where I talk about issues pertaining to young motherhood and just young motherhood lifestyle. So please, if you're a first timer, welcome. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for deciding to stop by, and I hope you hang around. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, drop a comment, subscribe to my channel, and also turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's move right into it. Today I want us to talk about those facts about motherhood that for some reason nobody mentions it during antenatal. Like, the minute you get pregnant, you start hearing about baby care, child care, how to do this for a baby, how to do that for a baby, but no one actually takes the time to tell us several things that we might encounter along the way after being mothers. And I want us to talk about it. And I would also like to hear from you guys whether you think is something that should be included in the antenatal sessions, or something that we should just continue leaving moms to figure it out themselves, because I figured out my own myself, and some of the people I've spoken to, they actually figured out their own issues themselves. So I will want us to talk about it. Okay, let's get right into it. Motherhood can be hard. I swear to you, it can be hard. It's not all lovey-dovey. Forget about the beautiful pictures you see on the gram and on Facebook. There will be tough days. There will be tough days. There will be really, really tough days. Like, there were days when I used to ask myself, I beg, who sent me? Who sent me? You understand? There were days I used to ask myself all sorts of questions. I never knew it could really be difficult most times. Nobody really told me. I had to figure it out by myself. Some mothers resent their partners. They start feeling irritated by their partners. The minute a woman puts to bed, you're no longer free. Especially during the breastfeeding stage, you're no longer free to go anywhere. So if you used to hang out with your husband, if you guys used to, have late nights, have fun, eat whenever you like, you cook whenever you like, you don't cook whenever you like, you eat out, you hang out, you go dancing. Yeah. Once you have a baby. So yes, it can really be hard. It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey, but it can be hard. And I don't know why nobody tells us that. I really don't know why nobody tells us that it can be hard. But yes, motherhood can be hard. It can be hard, and I think a lot of prospective moms need to be aware of these facts to enable them prepare better for their own journey. Do you agree with me? Please let me know in the comment section. But whether you agree or you don't agree, motherhood can be hard. I'm there, I know what I'm saying. Okay, so the second thing nobody told me about in motherhood is that you will not sleep. Not only will you not sleep, you have to find a way to function like a normal human being without the sleep. You understand? You have to take care of your baby. You have to take care of your home. Essentially, you just have to keep walking around and keep being productive like people that sleep at night when you've been awake for God knows how long. Nobody told me, I swear. And even when my mom came to stay with me when I put to bed and I told her, why didn't you people say anything? She was just laughing. So is it like a conspiracy? Like, not to say anything to anybody? I swear, if I had known that I would not sleep when I put to bed, I'd have spent all my single life sleeping now. You understand? I would have slept. But seriously now, I think it's something we need to tell prospective moms, that there may be times you will lose so much sleep, you start to feel sick. You may not feel, you may not even understand until it happens to you. Like you'll be awake night after night, especially, some babies they think daytime is night and nighttime is day. So during the day they are fast asleep. My first son did that to me. During the day he's out like a light. The minute is like 6:37 p.m. he's awake, and that's like until like 4:30 in the morning. He was like that until he was around 4 weeks old. Excuse me, around 4 weeks old. Then he started sleeping. So yeah, nobody told me that I'll have to function without sleep. I've never heard it, and even the moms I asked told me that nobody ever told them, and it was a really big challenge to them. So I think if moms are aware before they put to bed that they might have to lose sleep, and that they are not the only ones losing sleep, you understand, that other moms also lost sleep and they found a way to be okay. If they are aware that they will lose sleep, it will prepare them, and it will help them to stop feeling so tired and sad about the whole situation. Okay, so the third one is, you may not bond with your baby immediately. It's not for everyone. Some people bonded with their babies immediately they were born, and then others not so much. Maybe they had a CS, or maybe they had complications after childbirth, or maybe they were just simply overwhelmed, because motherhood changes your life. Maybe they were just simply overwhelmed. So some mothers feel like if you don't feel that immediate bond with your baby, like maybe within the first few days they were born, that makes you a bad person. It's not true. It happens to a lot of people. When I had my first son, I had this episiotomy, and then we were having guests, and my baby was always crying. And then there were a lot of guests. Truth is, I just didn't understand what was happening. Like, I wanted some time to myself, you understand? Obviously, I wanted to sleep through the night, and I couldn't, and I was still recovering from the birth process, and it was my first time. I was a first time mom, so it was really tough for me. So I struggled a bit. Then I settled into the rhythm of the whole thing. I told myself, this is permanent, you understand? Like, it's here to stay. You are a mom forever. You don't get a vacation from being a mom. So I had to give myself some motivational talks, so it helped me settle in. So there's nothing wrong with you if you don't bond with your baby immediately. That's totally fine. Maybe you're processing, you're taking your time. Maybe your mind is taking its time to process everything that has happened within that short period, and it's totally fine. Okay, moving on. The third one is, your life as you know it is changed forever. Like, changed forever. There are so many things. You no longer have your freedom. You cannot come and go as you like. You're duty bound to a very little bundle of joy, you understand? You're duty bound to that baby. When you feel like it, when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when you're sad, when you're happy, that little baby is your responsibility, and that particular responsibility changes your life forever. It changes your life forever. So yes, your life changes forever. There are so many things that will happen to you once you become a mom. Some changes might be so small, you may not be able to notice it. Then others are so big that you may feel lost. You may feel lost for a while. Then after a while, you settle in. At least that was my own experience. But I would like to hear from you what your own experience was like. Then the next one, is it the third or the fourth one? Okay, let's just continue. Then the next one is, you may or may not struggle a bit with your mental and emotional health. You understand? But from my interactions with a lot of young mothers, it happens to them. They struggled a lot with their mental and emotional health. Like, you know what it means? Like, you're responsible for a little baby or little babies. No matter your mood, no matter what you're going through, even when they grow to toddlers, you know toddlers now, moving train, hurricane. Before you close your eyes and open your eyes, the whole house is in a mess and everything. And then you have to maintain your home front as you're looking after them, because your home was there before the kids came. You understand? So you cannot, even if you focus on the kids for a while, after a while you realize that focusing on the kids 100% is not giving you fulfillment. So your mind automatically starts branching out to look for that things. So you always have to take care of your kids. You have to look after them. You have to love them. Of course, loving them is automatic, whether you like it or not. You love them so much, so you have to look after them, and then you have to try to do other things. And then some days it will just be overwhelming, especially when they become toddlers, and toddlers can be trying sometimes, but that's why we love them. Toddlers can be trying, so sometimes it will just become, it may become a little bit too much for you. Especially toddler moms, they find themselves yelling a lot. You know, toddlers they have very short attention span. Like, you're talking to them, their mind is in another place. But I find out that what works for me is that I squat in front of my son and I speak to him. Like, I stare into his eyeballs. Like, Lutan, are you listening to what I'm saying? So when I stare into his eyeballs, then he listens to me. But some moms, I struggled a lot till I now started reaching out and asking for help and discussing with other moms. And then when I found out that they were going through the same thing, it helps me to relax. So some moms find themselves yelling a lot, and when you yell and yell and yell, it takes its toll. But it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's all part of the journey. I just wish somebody mentioned it. You understand? As you're telling me how to take care of the baby, as you're telling me how to do exclusive breastfeeding, as you're telling me everything, how I should clean the site that the umbilical cord was removed from and everything, also tell me these other things. You know, that's just what I wish I was told while I was still pregnant, before I had a child. So that's it. So moving on, what's the next one we have? Okay, it's okay not to have it all together all the time. In our part of the world, it's almost an abomination to say that you don't like being a mom all the time. But the truth is, if everybody were to be honest with themselves, especially in the early stages of motherhood, when you're still getting pregnant, when you're still putting to bed, when you're still raising the ones that you've given birth to, and then maybe you're pregnant for another one, or you still have the intention of being pregnant in the future. Not me, Sha. You still have the intention of being pregnant in the future. Sometimes it's not possible to love every minute of it. I see some people writing on social media, enjoy it, love every minute of it. Please, we're human beings. Sometimes it's not just possible to enjoy every minute of it. It's okay not to have it all together all the time, and it's not an abomination to admit that you don't have it all together. The truth is that no single young mother anywhere has it all together. We are all struggling. Everybody is struggling. Everybody is just, trying to do the ones they can. So don't feel ashamed. Maybe you're not able, maybe you just had a bad day. Don't take it to heart. It happens to everybody. Believe me, it happens to everybody. Okay, I think maybe one of these days I'll even tell you guys about one very trying day I had December last year. I wanted to run to Kaduna or Kafanchan or Ghana. I just wanted to jump ship and run away. Like, I was so done with the whole motherhood and family life thing. But I found a way to persevere. So it's totally alright not to have it all together all the time. The next one is, you may also find yourself trying to give up on your dreams, because motherhood life is a hands-full and is a hands-on job. You may find yourself thinking that you cannot combine any other thing with motherhood and stuff. It's totally okay, but don't dwell on those defeatist thoughts. Just what worked for me is that I tried to start, because I'm a loner. I'm a serious loner. In fact, I studied loner in the university. So what happened to me? It happened to me, but what I did was I tried to start relating with other moms. I tried to get to know their own experiences. I tried to find out how they coped. That feeling of I cannot combine any other thing with motherhood, it's like I'll just give up on my dreams. It's completely normal. It's completely normal. A lot of new moms experienced it. So if you're experiencing it, just calm down, take your time. You don't have to have it all figured out, like maybe within a space of 1 week or 2 weeks or even a month. Just take it easy and calm down, and everything will be fine. Then the next one is, you may have to relearn how to take care of yourself. There's this thing with motherhood, you're so focused on the kids that you forget all about yourself. But you're not alone. Like I keep saying, you're not alone. There was a time that I didn't even remember what my hobbies were anymore, like what I liked doing, what I didn't like doing. My focus was just on my kids. But that's okay. I found out that I wasn't the only one that it happened to. You may have to relearn how to take care of yourself. You may have to rediscover yourself. You may have to look inside you and find those things that make you happy, because you will not get to do those things that make you happy all the time. So it's only natural that since you don't get to do them all the time, after a while you just forget about them. But you will have to relearn how to take care of yourself so that you don't get burned out or you don't get frustrated along the way. You have to relearn how to take care of yourself, and then you have to be intentional into taking care of yourself, because if you're okay, your kids will be okay. Let me tell you, if you're okay, your kids will be okay. Kids don't need much to be fine. They just need to feel secure in your love. I'm telling you, once they feel secure in your love and care and their stomachs are full, forget it, they are good to go. Okay, then the last but not the least, you experience love like you've never experienced in your whole life. Unconditional love. Sometimes when I yell at my son, I'll be like, Lutana, go and sit down. Lutana, leave me alone. When I chips, I don't know if people don't want me to rest, and I'll be sitting down, they'll come and hug me, and I'll be so touched. You're coming to hug me. This woman I just finished yelling at you now, like shouting at you, like you came to hug me. You understand? So I can't explain it. The love of a child towards his or her mom is not explainable, but you experience it to the fullest when you are a mom. So of course I intentionally made this one to be the last, because I know a lot of reasons I gave, they were not really positive things per se, but I feel like it's something that is very necessary that we know. You understand? So that's why I saved this one for last. Being a mom is lovely. It's one of the best experiences because it forces you to look into yourself. It forces you to be the best version of yourself. It forces you to rediscover the aspects of yourself that you never even knew existed. Like, you give love, you give and give and give, and then your own love tank never runs dry. There's no experience like motherhood, but I think that all those nurses and all those doctors there in the antenatal centers and the hospitals, they should, I think the antenatal course outline in Nigeria and Africa, probably even in the whole world, should be reviewed. They should just review it and add some necessary information in their course books, so that next time when a mom is passing through a difficult time, at least she will know she's not alone, and that there are other people like her, and then she will feel reassured in that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. I really want to hear from you guys. Reading from you guys encourages me a lot to keep going. So thank you so much. I'll be rounding up here, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I do it for the ladies. I gotta keep it hood. Where we at?